Hi everybody, I want to just tell you a little bit about this multidimensional garden project. The idea is to use guided intelligence, multidimensional channeling, light language activations to bring in little portals, little spaces held of high frequency, divine love, peace, different intentions, whatever's guided in the garden. So to create lovely spaces for healing, for high vibration. I don't know so much about gardening, but I have been a healing channel my whole life, and I've been very connected to nature and animals. And so this playlist, this series that I'm doing, I'm being taught directly by spirit, by my higher self, by my guides, bringing in higher dimensional attunements for you through the garden and creating sacred spaces for healing. And I'm hoping that as I do this, you will all feel the changes in the vibe of the garden that I'll be filming as we go through. You'll be learning along with me from divine guidance, and you will be receiving the attunements and upgrades yourself as we move towards the ascended reality of the new earth. So that's the intention. I'll just have this little video at the beginning of everyone for those people that are joining new, but you can go to the playlist to go right back to the beginning and receive all the codes from the beginning. Always have a look at the description box, because I often link in little videos and activations that are related to whatever came through the transmission that day. Thank you for being with me on this journey. This is a short update on what's happened in the garden since the last update. So I was with the peonies. I had the flower that had come to full flowering in the presence of the one that didn't make it through the flood, with the intention that it is guiding the way to the final destination of full bloom from seed. So the petals have all I intended to collect the petals and make all sorts of products from the petals: peony water, peony syrup, peony smoothies, peony ice cream, peony but put it in the bath. However, I will do that with the ones I collected inside, but I found when I collected them after they'd fallen off the plant that my hands were tingling and I could feel the light codes in them, having done some energy work with them earlier the day or so before, and realized that they were extremely activated and I needed to sprinkle them in all the pots. So these are the petals sprinkled in all the pots. And then I have also cleaned up any of the wounded leaves and things from after the flood, so that the plants that were affected don't need to try and send their energy to that. This one's also had a bit of healing on it, so has this one, and what I felt was healing energy going into the stems and right down into the roots. The other ones are doing really well, and I intend to put that entire plant in there, and then the water that it's been in, as all of it has been energized, I'm going to put a bit of the water in all of the pots of all of the plants that I'm nurturing as part of this project, and that's because the energy that came in that transmission, the light codes that came into the flower and the water, was about the seeds of creation coming from the divine and grounding them into the earth. So I have done a little bit of work on some of these other plants as well, but this one hasn't survived very well after the flood, and it wanted to be near this beautiful rose plant, and I didn't expect this, but it has collected the petals of this rose, which I feel is the next step to work with and energize these rose flowers as well. However, what this rose represents for me, because I sit here underneath them, looking at them in the sun, having my cup of tea, and it's my self-nurturing, being in present space. And as I tuned into this dormant stem that had started to get some buds on, but then suffered in the flooding before I started this process of energetically tuning into my garden, I had a very clear transmission in English as I connected with it, and the transmission was, this is only 5 minutes ago, but once I'm out of the transmission, I forget quite quickly because I'm in a different space. So the transmission was the divine forces of joy, happiness, bliss, can't even remember, anchored here through this divine vessel. I'm connecting to the channel again now. Okay, I'm feeling this extending into this rose bush also. The light codes of unity, joy, abundance and bliss are anchoring here through this vessel, and I feel my feet tingling. Gotta take my shoes off. What I've found as well is the minute I started this process in the garden of energetically working and listening with it, I felt a strong need to come out and be present in the garden, to sit in presence and connect to everything first thing in the morning, just 5 minutes every day, just feel everyone. And I've also felt the need to walk out here with bare feet, and this is the first time I've really felt the need to do that. I normally walk out with shoes on so I don't take mud into the house, but it's been since I started this process that it's been a really strong inner feeling just to walk with bare feet right from the front door out into the garden, and whenever I start doing the listening, I have an urge to take my shoes off. So feeling a really strong heart and soul seat expansion. Okay, feeling it moving down now through the sacral chakra and the womb. You know, the womb of creation. Feel like shoulders dropping down and relaxing. As tension releases, holding releases, and you surrender to the inflow of the divine. I'm feeling that really move down now into the earth. The throat clearing. They're showing me this flower. Really clearing through the solar plexus. So it's yellow, so that's why. Jaw releasing. Muscles in the back relaxing. Okay, stepping back now. It's really, I can feel it really embodied in that vessel, as it says, of the stem and the roots. And feel it going deep into the earth. And it's done. Hi everybody, this is the next part that I promised you about what I was going to do with the activated peony flower, which I was using the energies to teach these new peony sprouts how to get to the end destination of an activated peony. Some of them have been a bit damaged in floods and things like that. So as I've collected their petals, they have I could feel how activated the petals still are well after the activation, and I have dropped them into the pots to let the energies go into the soil, and I'm about to just plant this peony pod into the soil of the one that I lost in the flood. So the pot's still there and there's some stems and a bulb in there. I don't know if it's still active, so I'm going to just add this peony pod in there, and I'm going to sprinkle the water from there into the into all the pots as well. It's eclipse day today. We're actually at the tail end of the eclipse, so I will add a throat activation that I did to the end of this video, as well as a little picture of the eclipse. But I felt that this was a good time to, we're right at the end. It starts at 11:11 and ends at 12:22. So we're right at the last part as the eclipse is completing, and I felt this was a good time to do this planting on the new moon, set these intentions and bring the energies in. So here we go. I'm gonna just dig up a bit of soil here. Okay, so I have just chopped up the peony, the stem and everything, because it was all part of the energy codes coming in. Feeling the energies come in, harnessing the energies of the sun and the moon. The throat activation that I just did is I can feel it coming through the throat, the solar plexus, the sacral, and all the energies, the higher light codes flowing in. Third eye, crown, very activated, higher dimensional energies coming in. Yeah, okay, now I can bury that. I'm just going to just check the water is the right vibration. Yes, and we're going to pour it into pots. So I'm feeling a stream of energy come through the throat, down the spine. The sun's just coming out. Let me see if I can take a picture of the sun now. We should be just ending the eclipse now. Okay, so I can feel the energy of all of these flowers now, really high vibration. My feet are tingling. Any of you that are sensitive, empath, light workers, very well could be feeling it too. Feeling a shift through the sacral and the womb. It's like the birthing of the new consciousness, birthing of the new earth, grounding it into physical reality. I'm also feeling that this plant that we know connected to those peonies earlier is also feeling the shift. And now this one. Ishakatakakako. Ishatatakatako. Atokoko tokoko. Tatataka. Today is the solar eclipse, new moon in Gemini. And in Greenwich Mean Time, which is where I'm located in London, the eclipse is between 11:11 and 12:22, magic numbers. So it's now about halfway between that. So I decided to come out in the garden, commune with the flowers and receive the eclipse energies. It's not much sun, of course, because it's eclipsed by the moon right now. But the beautiful, beautiful flowers are out in full force. Okay, so going to just tune to the energies I'm feeling right now. Very, very activated throat chakra. And the energy pouring down through the crown. Please excuse the machinery in the background. Hopefully you can't hear it too much. It's really the energies are coming in through the crown, down through the throat and the solar plexus. Feeling it anchoring through the spine, especially the lower back. Okay, feeling that clearing and activation of the throat chakra coming to a completion now. It's almost like a bursting through. I'm seeing it as a bubble bursting, like when the water bursts in a pregnancy. it's a breaking through to the next paradigm. So your throat chakra activating through the fifth dimension. The fifth dimensional reality becoming real in 3D life on the ground. And I'm feeling a very strong correlation with the sacral chakra and the collective womb. It's a birthing, it's a rebirth. Feeling a clearing at the sides of the neck now, where if we came from water we may have had gills, that kind of feeling, or maybe a connection to Atlantis or Lemuria. It's like a feeling of like gills on the side of the neck, and a sense. So I'm getting information about telepathy, communicating without speaking. Some final clearing of the more physical structures of the throat, and the throat chakra, the more structural parts of it, and a really big release then through the holding in the abdomen, because the expression of truth is clearer, not just through the voice, but through the being and vibration and telepathy. Like your truth can be felt. I'm feeling like wings coming off the back. So multidimensional aspects of your being, the gifts that come from those dimensional aspects of you being accessible in day-to-day reality. It's a relaxation of the muscles. So I'm feeling the muscles in the buttocks releasing, like from holding your feet on the ground in this reality. If you're a sensitive being, from trying to hold yourself on the ground and not float away. That kind of sense to it. The bird just flapped its wings. So your wings now can hold you firm on the ground. You don't need to tense your feet or your buttocks to physically hold your presence. So we're going to the purple and yellow flowers now. Still really feeling throat activating. Feel a peace and relaxation coming into living in your truth in this world where maybe your truth is not accepted or understood, and an ease of not only being it but expressing it in your frequency and your communication and your vibe. Okay, we're coming over to the pink flowers now. I've got my hands tingling now. Third eye is activated. Feet tingling, feet energy, activated energy being channeled through the feet down into the earth. Crown really activated, and I can feel the right hand activated. Your doing hand is being influenced by the energy coming in through your crown, the information coming through your crown, your GPS, your North Star. Isiti kotopo tu inakatakaka tu base chakra takakata tataka toko to 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 to. Okay, so I'm feeling the solar plexus now. Having a really big upgrade and clearing through the crown. And the throat feels vibrant and buzzing with high frequency energy. I feel actually dizzy in my brain. Toko toko ko, as the brain adjusts to these energies. Taka to 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 to. Feeling the hara point now in the abdomen. Release any resistance to what it creates and manifests in the world. And a peacefulness coming over the whole being, the whole energy field, and a very strong stabilization through the feet. Very grounded, high vibe way of being in the world, with the blockages to perfect manifestation being shifted out. Really feel those gills again. You're retrieving your gifts from other realities and other lifetimes and other timelines. Integrating them and merging them into this dimensional reality. Expanding upwards and outwards. You're really huge now, really huge. Crowns opened up to fast inflow of knowledge and understanding and knowing. Okay, and we're being released. Hope you all can receive that. Please understand that it is a healing and an activation. So drinking water will help that move through, but also really listening to your body, and anything that comes up, physical or emotional, it's a release. So let it come up with love, acknowledge it, thank it, love it, let it move out. Also, I've started another channel which I'll link below, where I'm bringing energies in to create a high vibe spaces in the garden, like a portal, like little patches of the new earth, of the ascended reality. So if you would like to follow through that process, I'm putting up little videos every few days about the progress of how that's going, so you can learn along with me. I'm being guided by Spirit and taught how to do it, and so if you want to also learn and do your own process, the videos are there on my other channel. It's just a new project, so as I said, I'll put the link below. Blessings, everybody.